As autumn fades and the last golden leaves drift to the ground, a familiar anticipation settles over Toronto and Ottawa. The air turns crisp, and with each chilly morning, Canadians in these cities begin their annual winter preparations, digging out warm coats, checking snow tires, and making sure their homes are ready for the months ahead. Winter here isn't just a season, it's a defining part of life, shaping our daily routines, how we travel, and even the way we feel. The rhythm of the city changes as people adapt to shorter days, icy sidewalks, and the ever-present possibility of a snow day. This year, as we look ahead to the winter of 2025 to 2026, the big questions return. How much snow will blanket our streets? Will the cold be biting, or will we see milder days? How cold will it get, and how long will the deep freeze last? These are questions on everyone's mind as the first frost appears. In Toronto, a single snowstorm can paralyze highways, leaving commuters stranded and city crews working around the clock to clear the roads. In Ottawa, the beloved Rideau Canal's skating season depends on deep, sustained cold. Locals and tourists alike eagerly await the moment when the world's largest skating rink officially opens. Weather impacts everything from school closures and business hours to city services and public safety. A heavy snowfall can mean a day off for students, but a tough day for small businesses and essential workers. Being prepared means more than just having a warm coat. It's about staying informed, knowing what's coming, and planning ahead for whatever winter may bring, from power outages to icy roads. In this guide, we'll break down the forecasts for both cities, covering expected snowfall, temperature trends, and the risk of major storms, so you can be ready for whatever comes your way. By comparing these predictions to what we usually experience, you'll know if it's time to stock up on extra blankets, invest in a new snow shovel, or simply enjoy the comfort of your home. And who knows, maybe this winter will surprise us with a few more mild days, perfect for getting outside and enjoying the fresh air. Winter brings its share of challenges, but also unique joys, from snow-covered parks and sparkling city lights to the laughter of children skating and building snowmen. So, let's dive in together and see what Mother Nature has in store for Toronto and Ottawa this winter. Whether it's record-breaking snow, unexpected warmth, or something in between, we'll be ready to face it, one snowflake at a time. Meteorologists are watching global climate signals, especially the shift to a moderate La Niña in the Pacific. La Niña typically brings colder, snowier conditions to eastern Canada, pushing the jet stream south and letting Arctic air linger over Ontario. Warmer Atlantic waters could fuel powerful nor'easters, increasing the risk of major snowstorms for Toronto and Ottawa. The result? A classic stormy Canadian winter with frequent clashes between frigid Arctic air and milder southern air. Expect more active storm tracks, meaning regular bouts of snow, freezing rain, or ice pellets. Both cities are likely to see colder than average temperatures and above average snowfall. The Great Lakes region will be a hotspot for winter storms from December through February. This isn't a mild winter. Be ready for a season that demands respect and preparation. Toronto's winter is shaped by the vast presence of Lake Ontario, a body of water that both defines the city's landscape and influences its weather in profound ways. Typically, the lake acts as a natural buffer, softening the harshest cold and keeping temperatures a little milder than those found further inland, at least until the heart of winter arrives. But this year, as the season deepens, that protective effect will fade away. The city will be exposed to more persistent cold, and heavier snow will sweep right into the downtown core, blanketing streets and parks alike. Residents can expect more days where the mercury struggles to rise above -5 degrees Celsius, making even short walks outside feel biting and brisk. And when Arctic air masses settle in, deep freezes will become more common, with temperatures plunging below -15, sometimes for days at a stretch. Along the lakefront, brisk winds will whip across the open water and icy shore, creating dangerous wind chills that can make outdoor activities not just uncomfortable, but potentially hazardous. Snowfall totals could reach 150 centimeters or even more by season's end, as frequent storms roll through, each one adding fresh layers to the city's winter coat. Moderate snowfalls will be a regular occurrence, keeping roads, sidewalks, and driveways covered, and making snow removal a near-daily task for many. For commuters, this means planning for regular delays. Even a few centimeters of snow can snarl traffic, slow public transit, and make the morning rush a real challenge. With colder air locked in, Most storms will bring snow instead of rain, transforming the city into a winter wonderland, but also increasing the risk of slippery conditions. Still, not every storm will be pure snow. Messy transitions to ice pellets, sleet, or freezing rain are possible, especially during temperature swings. These ice events can be especially hazardous, coating roads, sidewalks, and power lines in a dangerous glaze that can lead to power outages and treacherous travel. Torontonians need to be ready for a winter that brings not just frequent snow, but also the occasional, unpredictable, and potentially dangerous ice storm, making preparation and caution more important than ever. Ottawa's winters are already harsh, but this season will be even colder and snowier thanks to La Niña. Expect the cold to set in early and linger well into March, with extended stretches of double-digit sub-zero highs. Nights below -20 will be common, and Arctic outbreaks could push temperatures toward -30. Wind chills may reach -40, prompting health warnings and making outdoor activity risky. The Rideau Canal Skateway should enjoy a long, uninterrupted skating season. Snowfall could top 275 centimeters with frequent storms from both Alberta Clippers and Colorado lows. Ottawa's winter will be defined by deep snow, biting cold, and the need for constant snow removal. Residents should brace for a true test of endurance, classic Canadian winter at its most intense. To truly grasp what this winter has in store, it's important to compare the forecast to what's considered a typical season in both Toronto and Ottawa. These two cities, while only a few hours apart, usually experience very different winter conditions. And this year, those differences and similarities will be even more pronounced. In Toronto, winters are often marked by fluctuating temperatures, with frequent thaws that melt away snow, leaving behind slushy sidewalks and puddles. Snowfalls are usually manageable, and it's not uncommon for rain to mix in, making for a damp, gray season rather than a truly snowy one. This year, however, the forecast calls for a significant shift. Expect fewer thaws, meaning snow will stick around much longer. Persistent snow cover and colder, more stable temperatures will transform Toronto's winter into something more reminiscent of cities much farther north. Residents may find themselves dealing with snow-laden trees and consistently icy sidewalks for weeks at a time. Ottawa, on the other hand, is no stranger to deep cold and heavy snow. But even for this winter-hardened city, the coming months will push the limits of what's considered normal. The forecast suggests that Ottawa will see even more intense cold snaps and heavier snowfalls than usual. With more days of extreme cold and up to 25% more snow than average, both city services and residents will be put to the test. Snowplows will be working overtime, and shoveling will become a daily routine for many. Massive snowbanks and icy, snow-packed roads will become the new normal, making travel more difficult and increasing the risk of slips and falls. Infrastructure will be challenged as cities work to keep streets and sidewalks clear and safe. Both Toronto and Ottawa will need to adapt quickly to a winter that's not just colder, but also longer and more intense than what most people are used to. Commuters, city workers, and families alike will have to adjust their routines and expectations. This won't be just another winter, it's shaping up to be a season that stands out in the memories of those who experience it. Record snowfalls and blizzard conditions could become headline news, drawing attention from across the country. Preparation and flexibility will be more important than ever. Stocking up on supplies, winterizing homes, and staying informed about changing conditions will be key to getting through what promises to be a truly memorable winter season. Every winter has its surprises, and this one is no exception. The biggest wild card is the risk of a major ice storm, especially for Toronto and the corridor to Ottawa, where Arctic and southern air can collide. A rare but severe ice event could cause widespread disruption, so it's something to watch for. The polar vortex is another factor. If it weakens or splits, Ontario could see a record-breaking cold snap lasting a week or more. Early in the season, lake-effect snow could bring intense localized squalls before the Great Lakes freeze over. The timing of winter's start and end is also unpredictable. Snow could arrive in late November and linger well into April. A longer, tougher winter is likely, testing everyone's patience as we wait for spring. Staying alert to these unusual risks will help you stay safe and ready. With a tough winter ahead, preparation is crucial. Seal drafts, insulate your attic, and have your furnace checked to keep your home warm and efficient. Clean eavesdrows to prevent ice dams. For your car, install winter tires, keep the gas tank half full, and pack a survival kit with blankets, snacks, and a shovel. Dress in layers, moisture-wicking base, insulating middle, and windproof outer layer. Don't forget a warm hat and waterproof boots. In Ottawa, cover exposed skin to prevent frostbite during extreme cold. Keep extra blankets and warm clothes handy in case of power outages. Prepare a 72-hour emergency kit with food, water, flashlights, and medications. Stay informed with weather alerts and keep devices charged before storms. Taking these steps now means you'll be ready to face whatever winter brings. Winter isn't just about survival, it's a season full of unique fun. Ottawa's Rideau Canal Skateway promises a long skating season, and Winterlude transforms the city into a snowy playground. Toronto's outdoor rinks, scenic parks, and the Light Festival offer plenty of ways to enjoy the cold. Nearby hills and conservation areas are perfect for skiing, snowboarding, and snowshoeing. Ice fishing and winter hikes connect you with the season's quiet beauty. Cozy indoor activities, like museums, hearty cooking, or board games, make for great winter days too. Local markets and hockey games add to the festive spirit. Embrace the season, and winter becomes something to enjoy, not just endure. This winter, Toronto and Ottawa face a return to classic Canadian cold and snow. Frequent storms and deep freezes will test our readiness and resilience. Stay informed, heed weather warnings, and give yourself extra time for travel. Check on neighbors, especially those who may need help with snow or supplies. Community spirit is vital. Helping each other is what gets us through. But don't forget to enjoy the season. Abundant snow means great conditions for skating, skiing, and winter fun. The quiet beauty of a snow-covered city is something to cherish. Prepare, stay safe, and make the most of what winter offers. With the right mindset and preparation, we can thrive, not just survive, this memorable season. Let's stay warm, stay safe, and embrace the winter ahead.